Radio Prague International, coming to you from the Czech capital.
Hi there, listeners. This is Czechia in 30 minutes from Radio Prague International, and I'm Ian Willoughby. Today, top Czech politicians respond to the news that Joe Biden has pulled out of the race for U.S. president. We'll meet Łukasz Krpalek, a two-time Olympic champion in judo, who will be carrying Czech hopes again in cars. And later, UK-based US academic Peter Ducey discusses Karel Taiga teaching Czech literature and the reunion of his school band featuring one now globally famous member. Well, that's coming up in today's program, but first, here is the news. The Czech Minister of Foreign Affairs, Jan Lipavsky, says that 100,000 rounds of ammunition will be delivered to Ukraine during July and August under a Czech-led initiative. Mr. Lipavsky made the comments on Monday in Brussels, where he was attending the gathering of the EU foreign ministers. The Czech foreign policy chief said 18 countries have signed up to the initiative, with 6 having already followed through on their financial pledges. This means there are sufficient funds to deliver 500,000 pieces of artillery to Ukraine by the end of 2024, he told reporters, adding that the scale would accelerate further after the summer. Efforts are already underway to find additional funding to ensure the Czech-led initiative continues next year, Mr. Lipavsky said. A Czech Army program to promote service among young Czechs got underway on Monday. Some 136 selected secondary school students are taking part in the first pilot edition, which involves 4 weeks of military training, Friedrich-Walter reported. The head of the Czech Army, Karel Řehka, told the news site that the program would help the military create a closer bond with the public and would generate reserves that could potentially be drawn on in the future. The withdrawal of U.S. President Joe Biden from the U.S. presidential race is the decision of a statesman who has served his country for decades. Czech Prime Minister Petr Fiala said on social media. Mr. Fiala said it was a responsible and personally difficult step. According to Czech Foreign Minister Jan Lipavsky, the outcome of the U.S. presidential election will be crucial for Europe, and it must be prepared for the victory of either the Republican or Democratic candidate. Former Czech President Miloš Zeman says he hopes that Kamala Harris will be a worthy opponent to Donald Trump in the upcoming U.S. elections. Ms. Harris is in the frame to take on the Republican candidate after Democratic Party incumbent Joe Biden dropped out of the race on Sunday. Mr. Zeman told ADNS.cz that he continued to favor a Trump win in November. Another former president, Václav Klaus, told the news site that Mr. Biden's situation had been untenable. He said it was unclear what would happen next, but that Mr. Trump was now likely to face a stronger opponent. The cost of recovering cars towed away by the police in Prague is set to go up significantly after the summer, the WRMI reported on Monday. From September, motorists will have to pay 3,800 crowns for the towing and 500 crowns a day for the place on the police lot. A move proposed by Mayor Bohuslav Svoboda and Zdeněk Hřib, Deputy Mayor for Transport, was approved by councillors on Monday. It doubles the current prices which were set in 2013, Novinky.cz wrote. However, even the increased fines do not reach the actual towing and parking cost to the city, the news site said. And finally, the weather forecast should be mainly overcast in Czechia on Tuesday, with an average high temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. Clear skies are expected later in the week. Senior politicians here in Prague have been reacting to U.S. President Joe Biden's announcement that he will no longer seek re-election in the 2024 U.S. presidential elections. The Czech Prime Minister called it the decision of a statesman, while the Foreign Minister said it reflected Mr. Biden's love of his country. Jakub Frenčík reports.
Joe Biden's announcement that he was pulling out of the race for U.S. president followed